कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jayong Vishnupad Paramhansha Paribrajacacharya Ashtuttara Shatu Shri Srimad Abhay Charanara Bindu Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Mathura Dham Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shamabeto Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gaurango, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatta Deshatarine Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanang Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Deving Sarasating Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraya Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, Chapter 19, The Island of Jambudvip, Text 8. Suraha, Asuraha, Suro, Suro, Bapi, Atha, Banaro, Naraha, Sarvatmana, Ja, Sukritanjam, Sukritagyam, Uttamam, Bhajeta, Ramam, Manujakratim, Harim, Ja, Uttaran, Anayat, Koshalan, Divam, Iti. Suro, Suro, Bap. Suro, Suro, Bapyath, Naro, Banaro, Naro. Suro, Suro, Bapyatho, Banaro, Naraha. Sarvatmanajo, Sukridam, Uttamam. Sarvatmanaja Sukritagyam Uttamam. Sarvatmanaja Sukritam Magya Uttamam. Bhajeta Ramam Manujakritim Harim. Bhajeta Ramam Manujakritim Harim. Ja Uttaran Anayat Koshalan Divamiti. Ja Uttaran Anayat Koshalan Divam Iti. Suro Suro Bapyatho Banaro Nara. Sarvatmanaja Sukritagyam Uttamam. Bhajeta Ramang Manujakriting Harim. Ja Uttaran Anayat Koshalan Divamiti.
Suro Suro Vapyata Vanara Naraha. Sarvatmanaya Sukritagyam Uttamam. Bhajeta Ramam Manujakriting Harim. Ya Uttaran Anayat Koshalan Divamiti.
Mataji's Sura, demigod. Asura, demon. Ba-api, or. Atha, therefore. Ba, or. Anaraha, other than a human being. Bird, beast, animal, and so on. Naraha, a human being. Sarva Atmanaha, rather Sarva Atmana, wholeheartedly. Yaha, who. Sukritagyam, easily made grateful. Uttamam, most highly elevated. Bhajeta, should worship. Ramam, Lord Ramchandra. Manujakritim, appearing as a human being. Harim, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ja, who. Uttaran, of northern India. Anayat, brought back. Koshalan, the inhabitants of Koshal Desh. Ajodha, Divam, to the spiritual world. Vaikuntha, Iti, thus. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, whether one is a demigod or a demon, a man or a creature other than man, such a beast or bird, everyone should worship Lord Ramchandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears on this earth just like a human being. There is no need of great austerities or penances to worship the Lord, for he accepts even a small service offered by his devotee. Thus he is satisfied, and as soon as he is satisfied, the devotee is successful. Indeed, Lord Sri Ramchandra brought all the devotees of Ayodhya back home, back to Godhead, Vaikuntha. So, how many of you remember yesterday's verse? Let's see the hands. What happened? Heard from this one and went out from this one. Let's see how many of you remember. Okay.
One cannot establish a friendship with the Lord by material nature, by wealth or by beauty.
Yes. Okay.
गुरुमा जी श्लोक तो याद नहीं, पर श्लोक से ये सीखा कि भगवान बोलते कि हमको हमें भौतिक गुणों से उनको लेना देना नहीं है, हमको उनके प्रति प्रेम ज्यादा विकसित करना, प्रेम के उनके।
अच्छा, और किसको याद है? Okay.
He's Akinchana Gochara, and Bhagavan can be easily achieved. Those who are his unaligned devotee loves him without any intervention.
Okay, let's say it this way. Who is offering these prayers? Hanuman. Now, what is Hanuman is saying? Try to remember that. Yes, Jamuna Priya.
You're saying that the relationship with Krishna, with Lord Ramachandra, cannot be established through material opulences like beauty or wealth or eloquence.
And what was the first one? High birth, aristocratic birth. And what was the last one?
He said that he is surprised at how come they were...
No, the last quality? Great nation or race. So all these are not the qualification. The point is, in order to develop a relationship with the Lord, friendship with Lord, one does not need all these qualifications. He is saying himself, look, who are we? We are monkeys. We didn't get any high birth. We are monkeys. We are Banau Kasham. We dwell in forest dwellers. Look at our appearance. No beauty. So we don't have wealth. We are not high birth. Didn't have high birth. We are not very eloquent. We are not so beautiful. So meaning, these are not the prerequisite for being a devotee or for winning the favor of the Lord. Okay, now let us go to this verse. Yes, Shamperi?
Today's verse.
Yes, I'm coming to it. Because unless you understand remember the previous verse, you won't be able to understand today's verse properly. So what he is saying? He is saying that it doesn't matter whether one is a demigod or a demon. It doesn't matter sura, asura, ba, api, atha, banara. Banara means here other than human beings or human beings. So, therefore, whether one is a demigod or a demon, a man or a creature other than man, such as a beast or bird, everyone should worship Lord Ramchandra. Why? Why should everyone worship Lord Ramchandra? Because, yes, Archana? Because just by doing that, one achieves the highest perfection of his life. Doesn't matter whether one is a demigod or a demon. It is not that only the demigods become devotees of the Lord. Even the demons are also devotees of the Lord. Who remembers the demons that are the great devotees of the Lord? Okay, raise your hands. Okay, Mukul. Very good. Britrasura. Prahlad Maharaj. Vibhishan. Very good. So even a demon can become a devotee of the Lord. So what is the qualification? The qualification is that he has surrendered himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore it says that everyone should worship Lord Ramchandra. So who is going to worship Lord Ramchandra here? Okay, who is going to worship Krishna Chandra here? Actually, there is no difference between Sri Ramchandra and Krishna Chandra. We all are devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears on this earth just like a human being. He appears just like a human being. But is he a human being? No. Under all circumstances, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord appears as a human being, performs his pastimes. But does it mean that God has become man, human being? Or does it mean that every human being can become God? No. Under all circumstances, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Isn't it, Raghav Pandit? ना क्या इंसान भगवान बन सकता है? कोई आदमी तो सोचते हैं ना ऐसा, विशेष रूप से उज्जैन में, है ना? बंगाल में और भी ज्यादा है. Why are you worshiping God? Worship human being, because God is in human beings. These are the Bengali sense. That's why Prabhupada's teaching is so important, giving us the clear understanding. Before that, we didn't have any clear understanding, but now, has the understanding become clear? So, how many of you here are born in a very high family, high-class family? No one. Vaishnavas are very humble. How many of you are very wealthy? I know you won't raise your hand now. Don't worry, I won't ask for donation. How many of you are very handsome or beautiful here? So does it stop you from being a devotee of the Lord? No. Because these are all external things. These are all material things. Relationship with Krishna is spiritual. And the spirit soul has nothing to do with these external features. Now, is it difficult to become a devotee of the Lord? Huh? Such? Okay. So, it's so easy to become a devotee of the Lord. So why shouldn't one become a devotee of the Lord? And that's why Hanuman is saying here, therefore everybody should worship Lord Ramchandra. Everybody should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no need of great austerities or penances. There is no need for these monkeys. Did they perform great austerities or penances? No. They were just in the forest, just jumping from tree to tree and playing with each other. That's how you see, like, we don't see so many monkeys here. Of course, we don't want so many monkeys here either. Because, but in Vrindavan it becomes very, very clear. All they do is just fool around the whole day. But they became devotees of the Lord. There is no need for great austerities or penances to worship the Lord, for He accepts even a small service offered by His devotee. Thus He is satisfied. And as soon as He is satisfied, the devotee is successful. Because the devotee's mission is to please the Lord. Whatever a devotee does is simply to please the Lord. Indeed, Lord Sri Ramchandra brought all the devotees of Ajodha back home, back to Godhead. So all the residents of Ajodha, because they associated, they had the good fortune of associating with the Lord, they all went back to Godhead. In the similar note, we can say, what will happen to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What will happen to the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yes? They'll all go back to Godhead. So though whoever is engaged in Sankirtan movement, go back to Godhead. So going back to Godhead is difficult. Is it difficult to, okay, now let me ask, what will happen to the devotees of ISKCON? What? Will they stay here? Will they go to hell? Where will they go? They'll go to heavenly planets? Where will they go? Now, is it difficult to becoming a devotee of ISKCON? No. Did you have to become very qualified to be a devotee of ISKCON? Did you have to spend a lot of money to become a devotee of ISKCON? Did you have to get a big degree to become a devotee of ISKCON? If you have, that's good. But that is not a prerequisite. That's not the qualification. And the result is, what will be the result? Gaurvani, what will be the result? They'll go back to Godhead. You fully believe that? Okay. How many of you agree with Gaurvani? Thank you. Okay, let's repeat. Please repeat the verse. Therefore, whether one is a demigod or a demon, a man or a creature, other than man, such a beast or bird, everyone should worship Lord Ramchandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears on this earth just like a human being. There is no need of great austerities or penances to worship the Lord, for He accepts even a small service offered by His devotee. Thus He is satisfied, and as soon as He is satisfied, the devotee is successful. Indeed, Lord Sri Ramchandra brought all the devotees of Ayodhya back home, back to Godhead, Vaikuntha. So, will you remember the verse, the meaning? Will you remember tomorrow? And day after? And the day after? So what should be done? Whatever one is, whoever one is, whether it's a human being or animal or bird or demigod or demon, should worship Lord Ramchandra. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Sri Ramchandra is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he is very easily satisfied by a little service rendered by anyone, human or not. This is the special advantage of worshipping Lord Ramchandra. And there is the same advantage in worshipping Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna, and Lord Ramchandra in the manner of Kshatriyas sometimes showed their mercy by killing asuras. But Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu awarded love of God without difficulty even to the asuras. All the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but specially Lord Ramchandra, Lord Krishna, and later Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered many of the living entities present before them, indeed almost all of them. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore represented in the six-armed form of Sadbhuj Murti, which is a combination of Lord Ramchandra, Lord Krishna, and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The best purpose of human life can be fulfilled by worshipping the Sadbhuj Murti, the form of the Lord with six arms, 2 arms of Lord Ramchandra, 2 arms of Krishna, and 2 arms of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, what is the qualification that has been mentioned here in the purport by Srila Prabhupada? That the Lord is pleased very easily. Very easily He is pleased. Didn't He say, Patrang Pushpang Phalam Toyam? Just patram, some leaves, tulasi leaves, pushpam, flowers, phalam, fruits, toyam, water. Just with these articles, if we worship Him, meaning if we offer these articles as an expression of our love to Him, that is the important aspect. Just you consider, if somebody comes and says, take this, will you take it? But if somebody comes and very respectfully asks you, like if somebody neglectfully tells you, even though you may need it, you don't feel like taking it. What's this? What kind of attitude is this? But if somebody with love offers you something, even though you may not need it, you accept it. Just like sometimes we see, the father has diabetes. The son brings a chocolate and gives it to the father. Daddy, please, this I am offering you. Although the father won't eat the chocolate, but how does the father feel? Many of you are not fathers, so you wouldn't know what it means. So this is how it is the love that matters. Therefore Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Tad aham bhakti uparhitam. Bhakti uparhitam. When it is offered with devotion, tadaham ashnami. I accept that. So, what is actually needed, what actually matters is the love. Like how, another thing, here Krishna is at least saying that patrang pushpang phalam toyam. But do you remember what Narad Muni was offering to Krishna when he went there? The peels of bananas. So excited, so ecstatic that, I'm sorry, Vidura, not Narad Muni, yeah, Vidura. Like, he was so ecstatic, he forgot what he was offering. He was peeling the bananas and throwing out the bananas and offering him the peel. Now, does anybody eat banana peels? The Lord was taking it because it was offered with love. So in this way, when something is offered to the Lord with love, He accepts it. And when the Lord accepts it, which is an expression of His satisfaction, then the devotee's life is successful, devotee's mission is successful. So in this way, Bhagavatam is always reminding us about the importance of devotional service. The other day I was noticing, after the kirtan, when Burijan Prabhu was talking, some people were standing by the door. Well dressed, educated, looks like quite. But I noticed they're listening to what Burijan Prabhu was saying. But the moment Burijan Prabhu mentioned that devotion is the ultimate, devotion is the highest perfection, they walked away. They cannot accept that, these people. They are saying that these devotees are simply promoting themselves. Propaganda. Oh, devotion is the best, because they are devotees. But not that we are saying that devotion is the best because we think, rather we say devotional service is the highest perfection because that is the conclusion of the Vedas. And we have accepted because this is the highest. If yoga practice was higher than devotion, then we would have taken it. At least I can say I would have taken it. But we know that it is not. The yogic perfection will lead to devotion. And it has been proven in that so systematically in our scriptures. How? Yes, yoga is important. Yoga practice is important. Because yoga practice enables one to see the Lord in the heart. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart as the super soul. Now, yoga is the process through which one sees the Lord in the heart. Samadhi is the stage when the yogi sees the Lord in the heart. Now, when one sees the Lord in the heart, what's he going to do? What's going to happen to him? What will happen to him? When A small person comes in front of a great person. What happens to a small person? Right. If he's not envious. If he's envious, then he'll say, oh, why you are so big? I should be in your position. But if a person is in proper sense, proper consciousness, then he will automatically surrender himself to the greater person. Now the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the greatest of all personalities, when one sees him, what will happen to him? He will naturally surrender. And this surrender is the beginning of devotion. That is why it is said that after perfection of yoga, one becomes a devotee. Or the other way around. When one becomes a devotee, it has to be understood that he has achieved the yogic perfection. Makes sense? When one becomes a devotee, it has to be understood, as Prabhupada is saying, that he has achieved yogic perfection. Because the devotion is beyond yogic perfection. When one is in college, did he finish his high school? Does it have to be separately proven that he has finished his high school? Because he is in the college, it's understood that he has finished his high school. So similarly, when one is in the platform of devotional service, it has to be understood that he has achieved the perfection of yoga. Then what else? What other processes? Austerities, penances, sacrifice. Why sacrifice? Why does one perform sacrifice? Fire sacrifice. So that the Lord will appear from the sacrifice. So that the Lord will be pleased with the offering. So if the purpose of performing sacrifice is to please the Lord, and if we have the direct access to please the Lord, is there any need to perform sacrifice? So in this way we can see that all the other processes, austerities, penances, sacrifice, charity, yoga perfection, all these are subservient to devotional service. Devotional service is the highest achievement. And as Hanuman is pointing out, anybody can become a devotee. Anybody can become a devotee. And that is the contradiction actually. Upanishad is saying that in order to achieve this kind of perfection, one has to have the human form of life. But when it comes to devotion, like to perform austerities, penances, perform yoga and all, one has to have the human body. But that is not the criteria for devotional service. Devotional service is available for everyone. So these are the things available to everyone. It is the easiest way. Then what should everyone do? That's what Hanuman is saying. Whoever one is, let him just surrender to the Lord. Now, as he is pointing out, he himself, a monkey, could become a devotee of the Lord. Which bird became a devotee of the Lord? Very good. Jatayu. Garur. Very good. Sampati. Very good. Now what? So in this way we can see that anybody can become a devotee of the Lord. And in Vrindavan there are so many animals. They all are devotees. What to speak of animals? Even the trees of Vrindavan are devotees. So Devotional service is available to everyone. Therefore, we should be very, very thankful that we got this human form of life and we got the opportunity to become a devotee. So please take full advantage of this process. The gateway to Vaikuntha, gateway to the spiritual sky has opened up to you. It is wide open. Just rush towards it. Not only Vaikuntha, beyond Vaikuntha, Vrindavan. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Hare. Does anybody have any question? Yes?
Guru Maharaj, as it is, you are saying that how much is tapasya important in our bhakti?
How much?
Tapasya is important in bhakti.
What I have been telling all this while.
Like we see during Ekadashi, many people don't eat anything, and I cannot prevent myself from taking Ekadashi prasad. So I feel that I have attachment to the food. So does.
But you eat Ekadashi prasad. That's good, okay. No tapasya. Huh? In ISKCON nowadays, in Ekadashi becomes a feast.
How I come to know that God is pleased.
Good question. Therefore, it has been advised that before trying to please the Lord, try to please His devotees. Because as you said, how do we know that He'll be pleased? But when His devotees become pleased, then we know that He'll be pleased. In that respect, Prabhupada gave an example. That if you try to please a very rich man, very rich man, how can you please him? Is it easy to please a very rich man? You may give him something costing hundreds of lakhs of rupees. Isn't it? It's nothing to him. But his little son, you can give him just one laddu. And the son becomes pleased. And when the son is pleased, how does the father feel? When the son is pleased with you, then the father also becomes pleased with you. In English there is an expression, they are not so personal. They don't care so much about their son in the West, but they're very fond of their dogs. So there is an expression, you love me, love my dog. So by loving the dog, you show how much you love. When the dog is pleased with you, then the master is also pleased. Hare Krishna. Okay. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So, today I'll be leaving. So all of you, will you all be good boys and good girls? Yes? Yes. Okay, I'll watch you in the Mayapur TV. And become very good, become very nicely involved in serving Krishna. Don't worry about anything. Have full faith, Krishna will take care of you. And the qualification, one of the most important qualification is, what is the second verse of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam? Okay, Dharma Prajita Kaitavatra. And then what? What does that mean? Nirmat Saranam Satam. It's a very important qualification that is being mentioned here. Nirmatsar means what? Who knows what's the meaning of the word Nirmatsar? Yes, Sitanath? Huh? Nirmatsar means? What did you tell me before? Matsar means envious, and Nirmatsar means non-envious. Non-envious. So that means get rid of envy. Don't be envious. That becomes a very, very, very unpleasant impediment, very difficult impediment. Because when we become envious, then we cannot approach Krishna. So become non-envious. Now non-envious means ultimately what is the sign of non-enviousness? I saw Jamuna Priya, you saying something I couldn't hear. Tell me.
Towards Krishna, do you mean towards Krishna?
No, the opposite, say if envy in one extreme. What is the other extreme?
Love.
Yes, but humbleness. Humble. When we become envious, we want everything for ourselves, thinking that I'm the greatest. But when we are humble, then we automatically become free from envy. Therefore, Mahaprabhu put so much emphasis on Trinadopi Sunichena. Become so humble, more humble than a blade of grass. So in one hand we find Nirmat Saranam Satam, and Mahaprabhu is instructing Trinadopi Sunichena. Why do we become envious? Because we think what he has, I should have it. Why he is so great? I am greater than him. Now just see the opposite of it. I am more humble, I am more fallen than a blade of grass. So this is one quality that we should try to cultivate. Let us become humble. Then what will happen? Then everybody will love you. At least in the community of devotees, when they see that you have become really humble, that means you are trying to please others, taking a very, very insignificant position for yourself, then everyone will appreciate you. On the other hand, if you become envious, then no one will even want to become near you. No one will want to come near you. So in this way, cultivate these wonderful qualities. Especially this third verse of Shikshashtakam is very, very important for us. This one verse has given us the secret of success in spiritual life. You know what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said? Make a locket out of this verse and wear it. Because that is the greatest gem. So make a locket out of this gem and wear it close to your heart. Trinadopi Sunichena Taroriva Shohishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari. So this is the ultimate consideration. This last line, Kirtanya Sadahari, is the ultimate goal. But how do we reach that goal? That is it. Trinadopi Sunichena Taroriva Shohishnuna Amanina Manadena. So let's try to reach that ultimate goal by following the process. This is the process. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Chant the holy name of the Lord all the time. Thank you all very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata Dishutari